is Jessica with Dining Traveler, and welcome to the Dining Traveler cooking series where we make dishes from our favorite destinations at home. And this iteration is all about the fall and holidays, and right now it is corn season. So we're gonna make a nice corn flan. This is a fun variation of the traditional flan. Then we add a little cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and it makes it the perfect fall dish. So let's get started. So the first step is to make the caramelo, the caramel. So that is what's gonna go on the bottom of the pan. So on medium-high heat, you're gonna put 1 cup of the sugar with a 1/2 cup of water. And you're gonna cook this on a medium-high heat for around 5 to 6 minutes. Make sure you keep an eye on this because this will go from golden brown to black very quickly. When we make the caramelo, we're just getting the kernels out of the ears of corn, and this is pretty simple. Just use a sharp knife and push it out. It doesn't need to be these perfect kernels because they are gonna go through the blender anyway. We've been cooking the caramelo for around 5-6 minutes, and now I see that it's starting to slightly change color. So again, this is the time that you really want to keep an eye on it. And I have the mold right here, so I can just quickly transfer the caramelo to the mold, because if not, it will harden and then it's no longer good. Now the caramelo is done, it's nice and golden, and we're going to pour it into the mold. And then just grab the mold. Be careful because the bottom will be very hot. And just move it around so it covers the bottom of the mold or the pan. Voila. It's time to make the flan. We're gonna pour 1.5 cups of evaporated milk, the corn, and the spices. The corn, milk, spices are in the pan, and we're gonna cook them for around 5 minutes in a medium heat. What you want is for the milk to warm up and to soften the corn, and also to bring out those flavors of the spices. Now the corn is cooked in the milk. I can really smell the spices coming through. Before we put the corn in the blender, we're just gonna fish out the cloves and the cinnamon. We got the spices out, and now it is time to put in the blender. Are we ready to do this? Uno, dos, y... I blended the corn and the milk for around 3 to 4 minutes, so it is nice and smooth. However, I'm still going to strain it through a fine mesh sieve just so it can catch any of those extra corn particles. Now I'm going to blend all the ingredients in the blender, and one thing you want to make sure is that the corn milk mixture is not super hot, because you're going to be putting some raw eggs and you don't want it to turn into scrambled eggs. Next is a condensed milk to add some sweetness. A dash of salt, and some eggs, which is obviously the key part of a flan. Now we're going to blend this until it is completely smooth, so that's going to be around 3 to 4 minutes depending on what kind of blender you have. We only get 1 take of this, so let me not mess this up. Now we have the pan with the caramelo and a larger pan underneath, and that is to make a baño de Maria, which is going to ensure that the flan cooks evenly. This is a very important part because you don't want to do all this work and then your flan doesn't cook right. So we're gonna pour that over. And then we're gonna put it in the oven. And once I put it in the oven, I find that the easiest part for me is to use a measuring cup and just add the water to the bigger pan so we just don't make a mess, because already this is a little bit of a challenge for me because I am kind of clumsy. I like to hold it dry just because already it's a bit wobbly with the flan. Sometimes I just even put the mixture of the flan straight into the oven, whatever's easiest for you. So I've had now the oven preheating to 350, so I'm gonna put that in now. After placing the flan in the oven, I add the water to the outer pan. Once I fill it with water halfway, I loosely cover it with tin foil for the first 15 minutes of baking, and then for the last 15 minutes, I baked uncovered. So now is the moment of truth. The flan is done, and we're gonna do the elusive flan flip. I only get one take of this, so wish me luck. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use a butter knife and go around the edge so it's completely loosened up. I see the caramelo going up. That's always a good sign. So make sure it's completely loosened. And you're gonna grab a tray that is bigger than the pan. And this one is a little bit bigger because I should have gotten a different pan, but here we are. This is for educational purposes. And let's see. Da-da-da-da. Better planning, people. I should have gotten a smaller tray, but it is what it is. So you guys ready? Uno, dos, y. Oh, yes, baby. It is intact. So this is my corn flan, my flan de maíz. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Before I plate it, I'm gonna take a little sliver here on the side, que nadie lo vea, that nobody sees it. Delicious. If you love corn as much as I do, you're gonna love this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you have any questions or feedback, please share it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.